everybody coffeeed up?
We are coffeeing up, so bear with us. How is everybody? So first things first, whose first time? They're all in the back.
You know, earn your way to the front. Well, welcome.
Yeah. Who's been here more than once? What? How many years has it been? We had this discussion.
7.
This is 7, right?
Wow.
What is wrong with
We're
you?
gonna need a bigger room. Yeah,
next year.
I think so. You guys have got the heard the word.
Hey, there you go.
Upgrading.
What do you first timers think?
You're like, woo! Although Sebastian.
I was gonna say, y'all like 2 years too late for Sebastian to just totally take his vote out. And that was probably like, as I take my vote. So how are y'all enjoying the season? She's giving me $1 to take my clothes off. Is that Canadian or? I need some Canadian when I get back into town. No, that's okay. We're in America. By tonight. I'm going to live tweet also on Tuesday.
Yeah!
But I don't think I'll do it this time.
Was that English?
Yes, I tweeted. He still doesn't fully understand the tweeter machine. That's what
I'm
I
not
said.
doing it. Holding out. Digging my heels in.
Who here is with the Jensen no Twitter estimate? Oh, there too.
How many people follow me on Twitter? Yeah.
Dude, that's not the.
My favorite is people come up to me and they're like, hey, I Facebooked you and I never heard back. We didn't.
It was a security guard or something somewhere, right? A restaurant?
Yeah.
We were walking somewhere and I think it was a security guard. He was like, hey man, I Facebooked you. You didn't. It was like, you didn't Facebook me.
It wasn't me.
We're still secure though, right? Anyways, before we just jabber on, does somebody want to yell or ask or scream? Yes, you have 5 fingers.
The episode of the French Connection,
Yeah.
Sam and Dean came into our world.
Yes.
If there was an episode you guys could jump into their world, which one would it be?
If we could jump into their world in an episode? Oh yeah.
I'm still waiting for that episode. It's the one where they go to Hawaii.
We constantly jest about, to the writers, we're like, listen, I know Vancouver is cold all the time, but can you write some episode we like? By the way, privileged information, we might be shooting here in CHICON.
What?
Not forever, but they're trying to get us cleared to come shoot here. It's pretty amazing.
No, I don't know that there is an episode that I would want to jump into their world. It's a little messed up.
Probably the first mistake. I probably want to jump into their world so I can jump back into our world. I was gonna make some comment like, oh, probably I know you did last summer. That's obviously my wife. But I was like, no, that was kind of not a fun episode. Stabbing demons and getting killed and so I don't know.
I think it's weird having all the power, like.
Yeah, that was intoxicating. Now that I can finally talk about it, the angel stuff is really fun. There's something fun to play when you're have this kind of supernatural power. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's been a big, it's fun. I was so, for months, I was like, Carver, when can I talk about it? Like, hey, we're sending bloggers up to interview for premiere. Like, cool, can I talk about the angel? Like, no. What can I talk about? Like, it's kind of the whole thing so far. So I'm having a lot of fun. Obviously, we get Curtis Armstrong back. There's Metatron and we're having fun. Yes.
So my question is about the angels. You do a wonderful job of mimicking people in portraying them like men and stuff like this.
Catch
We're
that?
setting up Ezekiel. You work with the original actor.
You know what's funny? Well, it's kind of convoluted. This is because of the way the season worked out. I actually played him first. So I played him for the scene in the...
Explain that. We filmed out of order.
We filmed out of order because the first episode of the year...
People are like,
What? Yeah. So Jim Beaver or Osric or somebody was not available. Somebody who was in the premiere was not available to be there at the beginning of the season. So we actually shot episode 2 first, and then...
which was Guy Bezos.
Yes. And, yeah. That's yes. And then the second episode we shot was actually Tomo, who played the angel first. And so he actually did kind of a mimic of me, and then when I saw what he did, I sort of liked it so much. It was slightly different, but enough.
The first scene was the one in,
The quad.
no. No, it was right after you, right after you kill the demons.
That's right.
Abaddon's, minions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because I remember thinking, wow, is he gonna play it like that?
That's still my favorite. For those who haven't, there's a funny story about when Misha came to the show in season 4, and
Yeah, it was like that.
and so Jensen and I were, we're chatting, and I'm like, hey, the new guy, Misha, whatever. How is he? And Jensen, and we're walking to our trailers. And Jensen's like, he's cool.
How is she?
She said he. He's like, he's cool. He's maybe, and then like we're walking past and Misha's kind of standing there. Hey. And I think Misha even said he kind of went method a little bit for him. He's like, I didn't know, so I did this voice. And it ended up being great. So that's just kind of the way it worked out. But yes, so Tomo and I did end up working together. So I did the scene first where they're about to kill, the SWAT guy is about to kill Sam, and Ezekiel takes over. Yeah.
And then Tomo watched that scene.
Tomo watched that scene.
And then you guys kind of
Yeah.
talked about it, and then, yeah. So,
Yeah. Awesome.
so you got to lay the groundwork, basically.
I got to lay the groundwork, and then between he and I, we then fleshed it out, and you'll see in episodes to come. I'm gonna go way to the back. Yes.
Jensen, may I ask you if you're going to buy a pair of jeans as tight as his?
What?
That's nice. He said we can ask you any question I said, so give me example. He said, ask Jensen if he's going to buy a pair of jeans
As a pair of jeans as tight as Matt's? I'm hoping, yeah, Cliff said it's impossible. Because those aren't jeans, he just paints jeans on his legs. The great thing about Matt is that he before you can make fun of him for the extraordinarily tight clothing that he wears, he takes a piss out of himself. He's just like, hey, I got my tight stuff on. Which is why we love him.
You to the punch. I'm gonna go to
No, I won't ever have a pair of jeans. And if I do,
I'll kill him for real. Way over there in the corner.
So I was wondering, given that they basically raised Sam, I'm going to basically his mother, do you ever consider that when you're playing Dean, like you're his mom?
Does he?
yeah, sometimes I lick my fingers and put his hair down. Yeah.
Tough.
I've had to reprimand him a few times. He's gotten a spanking. Call him young man. Samuel. No. The maternal instincts in Dean are buried far, far away.
They've left the building.
We've left.
Over. What you mean?
How about she's had her hand up for a while, right? No, that's, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Jensen, you said that you got a call congratulating you on increased ratings on the premiere of the premiere of season 9, and that you mentioned doing more seasons. Have you two talked about it? about?
We always kind of talk about it a little bit here. I mean, it's not something that we really ever. That's not something that we really discussed.
Try to focus.
Well, it wasn't something we ever really discussed years ago because it was, we didn't want to jinx it, right? But now that it seems as though this is kind of an engine that just keeps running, it is something that we kind of have to take into consideration now because we've got families now, and it's we've got to think about how our life is going to be for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. We don't know. So, have we talked about it? Yeah, we discussed it, but until there's a contract and until there's a pickup from the network, there's really nothing that's set in stone. We are contracted.
We have agreed to do 10.
For another year after this.
And I feel like, to interject even, I feel like once, and I hope we do 10, and if you guys keep watching like this, we will do 10. So, and though we don't talk about it and try to focus on it, because a year and a half seems like a long time, like from now to the end of 10, I think we're in a fun spot where we even talked about this. Season 7 and 8 were tough because we had a lot of fun, friends mistake. We had so much cool stuff. We had great actors, great characters. The Bobby episode when he died, wasn't that season? Yeah, that's I think probably my favorite episode of all time.
Not because.
I just like to watch the part over and over and over. I think it was my favorite. I got to watch it as a fan. I think he and I, we both had a lot of time off, so we were like, and then when that episode came on, we were actually filming, and I think we had some time off, and we watched it, and we were like, oh my god, this is great. Like, this is good television. We should watch this show. But I think, other than a few episodes, it wasn't my favorite. When season 10 is done, I'd like to be a bigger part of the show or nothing. That makes any sense. Like, I want to make sure that, like, this storyline this year, I love. I mean, it's my favorite in years and years and years. And so if they can keep such wonderful characters and such wonderful arcs, then I'm happy to keep doing it, do a movie or something.
Yeah, I think it's we want to make sure that the quality stays up to par. We would rather end the show the quality is than just keep going and going. So it's quality, not quantity, and I think we want to keep it.
That, however, on the flip side, I often joke that I need to go back to work so I can take some time off because this daddy thing is it's difficult. I need to get to work so I can relax. Right over there in the corner, the news.
So have you guys been sharing inheritance? How's that going?
God, just sleep when you can.
Yeah. It's non-verbal parenting tips. It's just more like.
Or I think even further. I think it's. I think if we were to talk to our other buddies who are parents or our wives, we're like, oh, I gotta get up. They're like, really? I get up every day. You gotta. So we sort of vent to each other. It's like, oh man, I only slept like 5 hours last night. So I said to my wife, she's like, I always sleep 5 hours. I always sleep more than 5 hours.
There's no relating to the missus. I mean, it's like, oh wow, I'm really tired. It's like, oh really? You're tired?
Were you breastfeeding last night at 3 a.m.? Because I was.
We're the same.
I was not. So it's more we gripe to each other because we're the only people who listen. Yes.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, obviously, when you shot the Abaddon demon smiting scene, you didn't know what it was going to look like. How stoked were you when you actually saw the special effects?
Awesome. Yeah, amazing. I thought the whole episode turned out fantastic. The only thing as a personal, I noticed this, hopefully y'all didn't, apparently maybe you didn't, but when it was set up, it was just, so the camera was here, looking at me, there was a flame bar, which is just literally like a PVC pipe essentially made of metal that they throw flame out of to get the light effect on my face, and there was a bucket on the ground with like an inch of water in it, because I had to light the matches and throw the matches into the bucket, because I'm throwing a lit book of matches at camera people and cameras and a flame bar, and so they were asking me, so I can tell, but when I'm looking forward, I'm saying like I'm gonna miss the meat suit, and then instead of throwing it at her, I sort of go like this and throw it down. And so, I hope I didn't ruin anything. Sometimes the behind the scenes stuff kind of ruins it, but I was like, oh, look, I was throwing like a girl. Not the girl's kind of it's going like Misha. Dug myself into that one. But I'm always thrilled at how the visual effects come out. Oh, and the fire with Ezekiel.
That was a ring of fire
visual
around
effects.
the-
The ring of fire.
That was just lights,
visual effects.
lights, and so the interactive light they call it, so that there's actually fire-like light reflecting off of us. But then the
Everybody clear on that?
Everybody good? Yeah. So it was just lights, a circle of lights, and then they put in the fire afterwards, which I thought looked great. So.
Yes.
So we know Jensen has a beautiful voice. Jared, will you sing for us?
Way too early in the morning for y'all to.
What about a duet?
I'd like to make you guys cry, but not because of that. Well, I'm not a singer. This guy can sing. I'm not a singer.
He can sing. He
I'm
just
not tone deaf.
chooses not to.
I'm not tone deaf, but I'm not a singer. I'm a good hummer. I can hum like a
Yes.
Yeah.
What's something you can share with us that most of your friends don't know that would surprise them? I'll go first. I've never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, get her! That most of our friends don't know?
Yeah. Well, or us.
I said you guys already know more than my friends do. Just already ahead of the game.
Yeah, Jesus.
Most of my friends know that I don't do this.
I don't know. The majority of my friends I see twice a year.
I don't have any friends anymore.
I'll be your friend, Jensen. I probably can, but
But it won't. Okay.
it doesn't come out like that. Let me think about it. Yeah, Rachel, I will certainly think about it. Yes.
Going back to the angel wing scene, I thought all the angels had lost their wings. Does that mean there's something different that's
It's the rotor. Yeah, so they haven't necessarily lost them. But we're using lost their wings as kind of like proverbially lost their wings. Like they still got them, but they're just not working.
They don't.
That was cool visual effects also.
Which is
Yeah.
That is
That was
excellent.
fun.
That was really.
Because when they were like, okay, now stand up and you're an angel. I'm like, I don't really feel like an angel. We're gonna do some visual effects stuff. Okay, cool. I'm doing that. Oh, that's just pure visual effects, which also feels weird because when you're doing a scene, it's supposed to, ideally, it's natural. But when they're like, okay, now we need you to kind of open your eyes for a little bit. Like, yeah, trust me, it's not going to look weird. You're like, okay. It ends up, thank God. There was a big, for me, the premiere was like, I hope this turns out as well as I hoped for it to turn out. And it did, if that makes any sense. You know, like Tomo was so great. The eye stuff was cool, the wing stuff was cool. And so it kind of like energized what we're shooting right now, re-energized it.
And I just get beat up all the time.
I'm gonna run back over here because yes. Yes.
Okay, I got a question. You got this, Jensen.
What?
I went to Osric the other night, and I asked him how he did the crying scene with you. And he said he listened to your speech. And I was like, okay, then that y'all said that if he didn't get it in that tape, that y'all were gonna do something meeting.
What? That is not true.
I wouldn't do anything to Osric. What do you mean? He already dressed himself up as Buttercup.
Bubblegum. Jelly.
What do they do?
I don't want to know.
A onesie pajama.
So wait, he said that we were gonna do something to him if he didn't get the take.
Yes. He had a unicorn on his butt.
A unicorn on his butt.
I don't remember that. I mean, I threaten people constantly, so it sounds like something I'd say.
And right next to you.
Okay, Sam and Dean don't really do Halloween, but hypothetically, do you think they would want to dress up as?
I think I'd want to dress up as Osric Chow. I think Dean would have to be the gym teacher.
It's not Halloween. That's just a Thursday afternoon.
It's actually on.
A source of
Batman?
I'd probably be the Wendigo. Height, you know? I like green. Yes.
So obviously we're going into 9 seasons, so I'm just wondering, after having filmed that many seasons, playing these characters for so long, what's the best and worst thing about being there for so long?
There are a lot of bests.
Yes, definitely more pros than cons.
Yeah, a lot of you know, it's pretty. The worst, in my opinion, is, and maybe it works, but like with a movie, you get a movie, and even if it's a Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or something, you have an idea of what's going to happen, and you can kind of think of it as a whole and develop what you want to develop. It's like if you're going to direct one episode, it's tough, but you can quantify it. With a TV show, like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in December, January, February, March, and next year, God forbid, years after that. It's tough to prep for it. So it's kind of kept us sharp. It's kept us on our toes, but it's difficult. Like in the beginning, now that we're on a roll, I feel like I'm really happy with what's going on, and the writers know us well enough and know the way we like to play our characters and whatnot to kind of keep it going. The worst part has got to be just timing. You know, like getting on planes and away from family. As tough as it is to wake up with screaming children, it's fine, you know, but they'll be screaming for many years.
The schedule is probably the worst part about it, and it's just that there's no consistency in it. You know, we wake up 6 a.m. on a Monday to go to work, and then by Friday we're showing up to work at 2 p.m. You know, and working until 2 a.m. and then you have the weekend to recover, and it starts all over again. So there's a lot of inconsistency as far as scheduling goes. Then all of a sudden there's a day off, then there's a half day, then there's a 14-hour day, followed by another 14-hour. So it's really kind of hard to get any, you know, consistency in your life. But the great thing is that, like you said, 9 seasons, we really had a chance, an opportunity to not only build relationships with, you know, each other and with other people, but with these characters that we've gotten to play. And I think that that's really something unique for us. I mean, for any actor to live this long with a certain character, it's just you get to kind of reinvent the character like every season and really kind of dive in and peel back those layers. You know, with you know, if we only did a season or two, we would have missed out on so much, you know, untapped potential. So I think it's really cool that we've gotten to do this for so long.
I was watching Inside the Actors Studio with Johnny Depp, and he was talking about a conversation he had with Marlon Brando. And I think it was back in the days when Johnny Depp was doing like a bunch of movies. And Brando said something to him like, "Slow down, you only have so many masks inside you." Some of that effect of like, you know, you only have so many characters you can play as a human being. This is from Brando, it's fantastic. So I think about it every now and again. And I think like, it's not gonna happen today, it's not gonna happen tomorrow, or this year, probably not next year. But it's gonna be tough to put the Sam mask away. It's gonna be tough to put the Sam mask away.
That was awful.
I need a hug.
So obviously when the season ends, it's always sad. But one thing I look forward to are the game reels with outtakes.
Oh yeah.
Promise us some pretty good stuff.
Oh, there's some good stuff.
I'm fairly certain that most seasons they can make a 2-hour gag reel.
Phil was in town right now. We've got a time for that.
I mean, we're episode 10 right now, and we've got more than enough material for a gag reel.
And Misha hasn't even directed yet, so
there's gonna be a whole bonus feature just on the shenanigans that happen.
We've been joking that we want to set up a camera just to like GoPro like the whole time, all 8 days of the shooting, just to catch everything. So I might do that.
How have things changed since the first season? How's it filming? How have they changed from then until now?
Well,
and are you ever going to do another day in the life?
Yeah.
You know, I saw that the other day. The day in the life thing that we did.
What season?
We were just children. It was when we were up on Mount Seymour.
That's right.
Which many years ago. I don't know. That's a good idea. It's yeah, that's really funny because I just stumbled upon that the other day. It was like, wow, we were kids.
Who are those guys?
But as far as the changing, what's changed? I mean, we used to shoot on 35mm film. We haven't done that since season 3. You know, we used to have to wait for the big film reels to get changed out, the batteries. You know, I mean, it's just a whole different process than what we deal with now, which is all, you know, little ones and zeros.
And reloading, it used to be like the big, you know, loading. Now it's okay. Reloading the camera. It's got SD card. Pull it out. Seriously, they're like, all right, send it away. So
or like be in the middle of the scene and you hear a rollout, you just hear, and it's just we're out of film, and it's like I just know that sound. It's like, okay, well, the camera's not working, we should stop.
Also, our poor man's process, we call it, which is the Apollo scenes. It's called the poor man's process because if you want to do a driving scene like for a movie, they'll tow the car, you know, so it looks like you're driving actually
on what they call a process trailer.
Yeah. But there's an easier, cheaper way to do it that usually doesn't have as high quality, but the guys have mastered it. So it used to be like guys holding flashlights, walking around like they were cars. We had like a big tarp that was probably 30
and had little slits cut into it. So people just walking by with the
flashlights
looked like car lights going through trees. And now we have.
And we had like a big thing that goes around and get like watch out for
the
it.
helicopter.
Yeah. To look like a, so
it makes it look like
on passing under the street lights. Things that have the lights and the things. The windshield that's in front of you, so, but it looks like you're going on the street lights on the windshield. And it used to be this thing that the grips would sit there and like twirl, and when you get out, you're like, Jesus Christ. And now they have it all mastered. I mean, it's.
But now we've got, I mean, the guys are no longer with the thing. They created a big wheel, a circular wheel, and like put lights on it. Now that's even been upgraded too. We have just an LED strip that's programmed now with different lights that makes it look like cars on a highway passing us.
And people on our crew, their friends on other crews are like, wait, how do you guys do that?
Yeah, they've come over to see how we've done it to copy that process. So there's obviously an evolution, and you know, we've become a well-oiled machine, and we've evolved with the times as far as you know, with the digital world that we're living in now. We've very much evolved to that. So there's been a lot of changes, but I would say from, you know, everybody's job, we all know it so well now that it runs really well.
It's easier also. I feel like this season, I mean this, I feel like it's getting better. And I feel like all of the little confusing bits as an actor or as a human being, you go like, how am I going to time my personal relationships with my work, with my this, with my that, when can I get this done? Because we've been doing it so long, we can focus on the story we want to tell. I can't imagine if in season 1 they wanted me to play, and I'd be like, I don't know what to, I'm still confused like how to play Sam. But now I feel like I know Sam well enough. I have that mask down.
But able to kind of compartmentalize our life a little better.
Right.
So that it's
kind of boring.
Livable.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
was rewatching Skin last week.
We were just talking about it.
Oh, one of my favorite scenes is the fight towards the end between Sam and Nadine. And I wondered how much fun that was for you guys to do something like that.
It's really fun.
That's really fun. We just had a long conversation about that exactly.
Get out of my brain.
Where did you have dinner last night?
There's been a kind of a mild conversation that's been going on a while about the fact that the guys don't fight really much anymore. I mean, there's always fighting, but it's like a one-punch knockout or a throw against the wall, and which is not fun. But if you remember all the way back to the pilot episode, when Sam gets up because he hears something downstairs, and then he gets into a big fight with a stranger, and it ends up being me. You know, that was like we spent all day shooting that fight scene, and it was highly choreographed, and it was a lot of fun. It'll do that again. And we were just talking about that recently, and I mentioned to one of the writers, it was like, you know, these guys never really do like the you know, I call it the Jason Bourne style fighting anymore. And I understand that it's probably not useful against a demon or an angel, but we should find a way to do that again. That was really cool stuff. And, you know, while we're still young enough and capable of doing it. And so...
While I'm still young enough. Not so loud, you're gonna hurt his ears.
So anyway, to give a little spoiler, there's one coming up.
Over here. I love those.
No, it's not necessarily Sam and Dean fighting, but it's a fight.
How do you feel about the whole family character?
I like it a lot. Yeah, and I love Shepard. Was he here this week?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yesterday.
He's awesome. And he and I had a really, and Jensen and I talk about this, because we get to act with each other so much, that it's nice to have somebody else who can really hold their own, like Misha or Mark, though I wouldn't say it's in front of them. So I like it, and I like the struggle. I feel like Supernatural, the funny thing about Supernatural is the human struggle amidst kind of this crazy supernatural world. And so to allow Crowley's character to sort of be a human for a second, not really, but so now we have Crowley having that same struggle. Like with Castiel, like there's more to being human, which is kind of a funny inside joke. And Crowley, obviously. I think it's fun. I think it's nice to have another actor who's very capable, kind of portray what our show's about.
I think we got time for one more. We'll do one more.
Okay.
Hi.
Well, obviously Jen's been on the show. Are we ever going to see Neil on the show?
Funny you should ask. That's 5 episodes?
Not, there's no plan of it. Not yet. I don't know. Yeah, season 11. Season 14.
Don't give them ideas. We love you guys. We gotta
thank you so much.